The West Lothian music scene just seems to have grown over the years.
The go-to guy is Lewis, but the list is endless.
It's unusual for an area like West Lothian to be a hotspot for talent because it's not a big city like Glasgow or Edinburgh, it's a sprawling council area between the two. As an artist from the area, I'm not sure why it's become a breeding ground for new talent, but it has. I can't help but ask, has it came out of nowhere or has it always been this way? It was my mum who got me into music. She was part of the scene herself when she grew up in West Lothian in the 80s. When did you start singing?
Well, I think I was probably quite similar to you. There was always music in the house.
How do you think there's so many good singers in such a place that, you know, like, it's a working class area? No one's probably had singing lessons. How are people getting good voices?
Well, I think it was the karaoke thing.
The competitiveness
we went to parties and somebody would have a mic and you sang at the party.
Was that appealing because there wasn't really many big bands coming into West Lothian, so like you kind of had to make your own entertainment in the pubs on the nights out?
Well, funnily enough, there was always kind of somebody playing. I used to go and follow the first punk band in Livingston as well, which was the Scotties, and that was in the Tower. That was 1987. I think when the punk scene came, it changed everything. They all just wanted to play instruments.
It's really interesting to hear from my mum that even in the 80s there was no shortage of pubs and clubs in West Lothian putting on things like karaoke and singing competitions and live music. In fact, even Shirley Manson from Garbage started her career here, joining Bathgate band Goodbye Mr Mackenzie when she was in her teens. From chatting to my mum, it's clear that the infrastructure to support live music has always been there. When you dig into it, it even dates right back to the mining days when locals used to gather in the welfare clubs to hear the brass bands after a hard day's work. For my mum, the karaoke and singing competitions were her release. The only thing was, when my mum was growing up, she couldn't put herself singing on SoundCloud or talk to people on Twitter about it. The platform to launch a music career may not have been there at the time, but the one thing that has always remained important are the venues. I'm so lucky to have had all these venues on my doorstep and the opportunity to play and gain experience. I know I still have a long way to go in terms of following in the footsteps of people like Lewis Capaldi and the Snuts, but I feel like they've really paved the way to make that sort of thing possible for us.